Right now, I'm heading on over to the phone line because I've got a very special guest, the commanding officer of U.S. Army Garrison Japan, Colonel William Johnson. Sir, good morning. How are you doing?
Morning, Chris. I'm doing well. How are you today?
I am fantastic. I mean, essentially, this is kind of my Friday because they were cool enough and gave me a long weekend, so I can't complain, and it's really nice getting to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you too, Chris. I've only been in country just a few weeks, took command back on July 16th, and I'm trying to get out and about and see as many of our installations and activities as I can. So I'm actually coming to you today from down in Kure at Pier 6, where I'm visiting some of the folks down here that do great work for U.S. Army Garrison Japan and sort of seeing what that's all about. So I appreciate you reaching out from besides Camp Zama to wherever I happen to be today.
Oh, no problem, sir. We try our best to accommodate you. And, of course, we want to kick things off here talking a little bit about something that you've got coming up, of course, a very special commemorative ceremony for 9/11.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just want the folks to know out there that on Camp Zama we'll be conducting a 9/11 commemorative ceremony coming up next weekend, of course. It'll be on Yano Field there on Camp Zama. Begins at 6 a.m. with a U-860 flyover. And then we're going to do a 3K memorial run around the camp in sort of unit formation there. And, of course, all family members and other folks in the community are welcome to join in and be part of that very special event. And one of the signature things we'll have going is Team Red, White, and Blue, which will do Tokyo's moving tribute and keep the American flag moving all day long. So they're going to do a bit of a relay race and keep Old Glory moving around our post for the day just as part of the tribute for the significant events there of 9/11.
Well, that sounds like a very touching tribute. Definitely folks should check that out. Now, another thing that folks can expect to get involved with at Camp Zama is a Music Friendship Festival coming up.
Yeah, you bet. We're really excited about this too, Chris. I mean, we're going to have this Music Friendship Festival on Saturday the 12th. It'll run from 10:30 a.m. to about 9 p.m. Open post event, free to all, SOFA status and DoD ID card holders, and a small fee for the general public. So we will have some of our host nation friends and neighbors coming on post for that as well. We're going to have performers including Tony Terry, Changing Faces, Color Me Bad, All for One, and Genuine, and a special guest performance from our very own Uncle Sam's All-American Brass Band from U.S. Army Japan Band. We also have a featured event as the preseason Japanese Pro Basketball League match, which will start at 1 p.m. at our Yano gym. And I think that'll be an exciting event for folks to come check out. We have a flea market as well from about 11 to 5. And then we'll end the festivities that day with a fireworks display beginning at 8:30 p.m. If folks want more information, they ought to call 263-3939, and they can get a little more details on that.
All right. And now you, over at Camp Zama, you guys are always involved in a bunch of exercises, making sure you're ready for the next thing that's coming up, so you have a full-scale exercise on the way.
Yeah, that's correct. And that's something I do want to highlight to the community because there will be some disruptions, of course, to normal daily operations and maybe some delays at the gate and things of that nature. But it's very important that we conduct these full-scale exercises because it's how we exercise our emergency response teams, our relationship with our host nation partners, and how we can respond in the event of an actual contingency. So from September 14th to September 18th, expect to see flashing lights, some different events around the post, some simulated car crashes and things of that nature, and just see our great Department of Emergency Services folks out there responding and just exercising all their systems. And also want to do a quick plug for my friends down at Atsugi Base because our partners from the Navy are also helping us out with this, as well as, like I said, the folks from the local community fire and emergency services. So it'll be a great joint and host nation exercise, but will be a little bit of disruption. I just ask our tenants and our community members to be patient next week as we work our way through that.
All right. Now, sir, you got some hot topics that are going on in September. What are they?
Well, just a few quick things to highlight. It is, of course, National Hispanic Heritage Month, so we'll do a few events to commemorate that. We've got it takes a community night coming up on September 16th from 2 to 4:30. The theme for this month's Takes a Community Night is the Thrive and Resiliency Fair. We're also, one thing I'm particularly excited about having kids myself is we have a Day for Kids event, which will be held on September 19th from 1 to 4 at the Yano Gym and JED parking lot. And this event will feature go-karts, face painting, bouncy castles, snacks, music, and all the sorts of things that kids love to do. On that one, if folks are interested in our Day for Kids event on the 19th of September, they ought to call 263-5441 to get some more info. And, of course, they can always check us out at our Facebook page to get details there. And then we do have our end of summer jam coming up at the end of the month, September 27th. Kids are back in school, and so we got to get back on the horse for important things like that. But we will have one last party out there at the Sagdamahara Family Housing Area outdoor pool. We'll have live music, other entertainment, complimentary beverages, that sort of thing. Free entrance, and it'll be operational on weekends between now and then, between 11 and 6. And then finally, on September 25th, we do have a Retiree Appreciation Day from 9 a.m. to noon at our Camp Zama Community Club. And that's very important to me. I've got a letter out about that. But again, our retirees are some of the backbone of the service to our nation, and they really represent a very, very important segment of our community here in Japan that folks aren't always aware of. We have a very strong and important and valuable retiree community out there that we just want to recognize them and have them out for a special event there on September 25th, and we're looking forward to that as well.
All right, now we talked about a lot of information, so we'd like to do a recap here. Do you want to take control of that, or would you like me to say it?
I'm happy for you to do that.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. So in honor of 9/11, U.S. Army Garrison Japan will host a 9/11 commemorative ceremony and run at the Yano soccer field from 6 to 7:30 that day. Camp Zama is also going to be hosting a music friendship festival in conjunction with several other events to be held on September 12th from 10:30 to 9 at the evening. That's an open post event. You check that one out for sure. Now, there's going to be some exercises going on. U.S. Army Garrison Japan is going to conduct an annual installation emergency management full-scale exercise from September 14th to the 18th to exercise emergency response procedures and evaluate plans to respond to future emergency contingencies. So just be on the lookout for that and some hot topics going on in September. National Hispanic Heritage Month begins the 15th of September, running to the 15th of October throughout the nation. They'll be celebrating that, of course. U.S. Army Garrison Japan is also going to be hosting It Takes a Community, September 16th from 2 to 4:30 p.m., followed by Community Night. Another thing to check out for the kids, a Day for Kids event held September 19th from 1 to 4 in the afternoon at the Yano Gym and the JED parking lot. And now an End of Summer Jam is going to be held September 27th from 11 in the morning to 6 in the evening at the Sagamihara Family Housing Area Outdoor Pool. Finally, Retiree Appreciation Day, very cool event. Check that out the 25th of September from 9 in the morning to noon at Camp Zama's Community Club. Whew. And now, sir, do you have any closing statements for us?
Yeah, all I would say is, Chris, again, thanks so much for having me on. It's a pleasure and an honor to be serving here in Japan with our great Army and our great armed forces. And just a little plug for our team down here in Korea. I tell you what, it's a wonderful little spot. Not that many folks know about it, but if you have business in the Korea region, I would highly encourage you to come down to Pier 6. Check out the Harbor Club. Check out the activities here. Mr. Bob Gordon and Dave, our do all things at Korea MWR manager down here, will take great care of you. But otherwise, I just would like to say arigato gozaimasu to the team out there, and look forward to talking to you again sometime soon.
All right, sir. Now, do you have a song that you would like me to play you out with today?
If I could, I'd probably date myself a little bit here, Chris, but if you could give me a little Tom Sawyer by Rush, it would really make my day.
Ooh, I like you already, sir. We can definitely do that for you. Tom Sawyer by Rush coming up. Thank you very much, sir. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend.
All right, you too, Chris. Thanks a lot.